Jillian Michael said that he's not trying to whitewash history. Now, I don't know where that lady has been because I mean, let's be honest. The last time I seen her, she was yelling at me on the yoga mat, and I was good. Um, the fact that she has now become like a correspondent or some speaker of something or another is wild work to me because girl, it's so funny how they love to cherry pick parts of slavery, the historical context of it, and then try to utilize worldwide, global shit, and then tie it to US stats, and then think that, if they do it like that, it doesn't seem so bad as to what happened in America. Now, of course, she was like, you can't tie slavery and imperialism to one race. We're talking about U.S. history, sweetie. We're not talking about all this other stuff or whatever. Yes, we all, and they love to say, well, other races. We don't give a shit about them other races that happen over here. We talking about the motherfucking shit that happened right here because here's the thing. Was the other shit around the world bad? Absolutely. But we need to focus on the shit that happened here because y'all focusing on this other shit. Y'all can't multitask. Y'all can't be multifaceted in that way. We need to focus on this shit right here. So don't tell us about, who was over here selling, doing. We don't care about the historical. We worry about the black people here. And that's where, they got everything fucked up and they get on these little panels or whatever and then try to argue us down. Because she then said that, and here's the thing. Anytime you argue with somebody like that and they were like, oh, you realize, oh, baby, we already realized. You realize you done fucked up, right? Okay. Because she was like, you realize that only 2% of white people own slaves. Girl, y'all were the majority. What's 2% of the majority? That's a lot of motherfucking people. You realize white people got reparations. Then, of course, she talked about all the things in the museum, and she was like, it just doesn't make any sense. You walk in, they have all these things and talk about, she was like, Cubans left Cuba, white people bad. She was like, that's not the truth. Girl, we're talking about U.S. history. And U.S. history, the things that you are trying to take down that happen on U.S. soil, that continue to happen on U.S. soil, the things that people don't understand about, like the MOVE situation, U.S. soil. Let's talk about it. Why, black people don't have their own neighborhoods and things like that. Because when they did have things like Black Wall Street, what happened? It certainly wasn't the other people that came in there and burnt that shit down to the ground. Now, was it? Okay. Then she goes on to say, slavery was thousands of years old. And, again, we're talking about U.S. history. Like, God damn it. Do you remember when our very own Black Mermaid, Hallie, was sitting in the movie theater with her grandfather who broke down into tears because he was talking about how he picked cotton at 5. Now, if you caught some of my previous videos, we were talking about little children in kindergarten and all the things. Her grandfather, who, was with her right there in the movie theater to watch her be on the big screen as Little Mermaid, picked cotton at 5. Who made him pick the cotton? Because I guarantee you he just wasn't out there picking it for fun. But you want to talk about slavery was thousands of years old. Let's talk about in this fucking country right here. This is why if y'all don't go get that little pointed nose heifer off these panels, because the mere fact that I also found out that she has adopted a Haitian child, what in the world? And then she was like, well, do you realize who tried to end slavery? But do you realize who tried to keep it going? Do you realize who didn't tell them little people they was free and they was still out there working? Do you realize? Stop sending y'all's I need to pivot white women to talk about things that occurred in Black history if they're not willing to tell the fucking truth. And then the fact of the matter is, I'm waiting for her to say that she has a Black child. So she has a right to talk about these things, not if you're going to whitewash it as white as your damn skin. America's not a real place, and I swear to God, y'all are trying so hard to make us accept the fact that it was DNA, them no good ancestors. Own the shit, heal from it, learn from it, and stop trying to fucking profit from it. Jesus. The Black one. Not that Brad Pitt Jesus one, though. Okay? All right. Y'all go be good.
Like and subscribe to Mom's channel.